Hello YouTubers out there, this is Jerry at the movies. So I'm going to sound like a broken record yet again. This is a topic I've covered an infinite number of times on this show for the last 3, 4 years now. But we got to call attention to it, so let's call it for what it is, which is the latest example of pure, unadulterated Hollywood stupidity. Um, Remakes. I thought, I think, if you're going to remake a movie that wasn't any good to begin with, and bring something to it that it deserves. Um, Later this summer we got The Great Gatsby coming up, based, of course, on the F. Scott Fitzgerald book, and it's going to be in 3D by the director uh, Luhrmann, who did Moulin Rouge back in 2001, which I actually did like. And I think his first film was Strictly Ballroom, if not one of his first films. So that one is an odd one. A lot of people don't like the 1974 version, apparently, I believe, with Robert Redford of The Great Gatsby. But I'm not here to talk about The Great Gatsby because, to me, a novel is different if you can bring something new to it, or update it, or modernize it, or perhaps stick even closer to the book, examine aspects that have been examined before, whatever the case may be. I'm not even here to talk about Carrie, which I think I will just leave that one out completely from any sort of discussion, which means, yes, I do like very much the 1976 version with Sissy Spacek. And it has been already remade for television back in 2002, but we're not going there. Not to mention the fact that there was a sequel to Carrie called The Rage Carrie 2. It just goes on and on, this nonsense, doesn't it? I come from a generation where we assumed that Carrie was done once and that was it. No, no, no. This one is not really an insult, but again, an unnecessary one. So it's almost like a remake that, yeah, might be made and probably is going to be made, and looks like it will be made and has been given the green light, but it doesn't mean that I will feel the need to sit through it. So it is John Hughes' Weird Science that is being remade. Why? Hmm. John Hughes. He's no longer with us, and I don't know what he would. I don't know. No, no, no. Why are you doing this? Weird Science. Um, that was a 1985 movie, or 86 actually, written and directed by John Hughes, about two nerds played by Anthony Michael Hall and that other kid, Michael Smith. Can't remember his full name. He was in the Chocolate War, which actually deserves a better version, by the way, than the one that was made in the 80s. Ian Mitchell Smith, I think is his name. At any rate, that was about two nerds, and they are wealthy nerds. They come from well-to-do families, and uh, they have this computer that can do amazing things, and they're also Ian Mitchell Smith, I believe, or Michael Smith, is the hacker, hacks into some government line that allows them to create a woman out of a newspaper and a doll and some other thing. So it was almost like a Frankenstein movie updated with the John Hughes touch. Bill Paxton was in it. It's not a great movie, but it's an enjoyable one, and I've always enjoyed it. Um, and I've seen it a few times. I saw it in theaters back then in 1986. But I don't feel that this is a movie that needs to be remade. I mean, no, 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 no. But this is an ongoing effort from Hollywood to find anything that succeeded back in the 80s, and even before that, of course, but and just remake it. I mean, I'm thinking now that in the 2020 era, they're gonna start remaking movies that worked pretty well during the 90s. Um, I can't even imagine. I mean, why are they doing this. You know, money, yes. I mean, just the other day, they were showing Breakfast Club on television. And now that I hear this Weird Science thing, I can't help but think, you know, are they going to start remaking some of John Hughes' other films? The Breakfast Club, are they going to do yet another version of Home Alone? That one, I mean, you know, what would be the point? Macaulay Culkin was the perfect little tyke in that movie. I, yeah, I don't know. Weird Science. Um, no. No, and Joel Silver, the producer of many testosterone types of movies from the 80s, is doing this. No, screw this, man. Good night. Good night and good luck. But don't do a version of that one either. Alright, that's all I gotta say. I can't say anything else. What else can I say? This is pointless. This is Jerry's Movies. Signing off.